What is up, you absolute beautiful people? We are back again. And just to recap on the last episode, what we did was we changed the oil. We used Royal Purple for the oil, just to see how the cleaning detergents would work in that car once the car actually gets started. And probably running for about 1500 miles and see how that works out. Um, I think it's gonna be fine, honestly. We also changed the thermostat. We changed the water pump. So I'm going to be putting the radiator and the expansion tank, and putting in new spark plugs, and also the xenon lights. The reason why I'm doing everything so quickly, and this is going to be probably a short video, is mainly because of the whole global thing that's going on right now, the pandemic. I just want to I don't know when the dealership is going to close. There's only one dealership I'll go to for that. Um, so I bought a battery, and there's a code that came up. It's the EWS code. It's a longer code, but I completely forgot the rest of the code. But pretty much it's saying that the key isn't reading to the DME. It'll turn the accessories on, but to turn the car on, it's dead flat, not even a crank, or not even a sound, actually. It's just you turn the key, nothing happens. So it's either the DME needs to be reset, or the key itself needs to be replaced. So I'm going to be actually towing this out in a couple days, and I just want to make sure everything is set and ready for that process to happen. So it's been probably 10,000 years since the last video, but I did actually bring it to BMW, and they were able to diagnose the situation. So they were saying that the key was an issue that was causing the EWS situation. EWS situation, and they're yelling out right now. Not them. Sorry, I'm at this other shop now, but they were awesome. They let me see what was going on with it. But I brought it to this other place called Tina's Butts. Everybody's wearing Tina's Butts on it. They're all pretty rowdy, pretty awesome. So we had actually we're starting to take off the everything off right now, so that we can take the starter out, and then possibly swap in a used one to see if that's going to actually work. So that's what we're going to do, and we're also going to bench test it as well. So this is pretty much where we taking everything off. Again, new radiator, new expansion tank, everything like that. And then we got this guy right here. We got that guy right there. So the starter is all the way back there. Hold on, we got the light. Oh man! As you can see, the starter is all the way back there. So we're gonna have to take that out. So, you all right? Yeah. So right now we found a bird's or a rat's nest inside this thing, which sucks. So we're gonna take off the intake manifold. We've gotten pretty much all the oil to air separators taken off, and then we're going to take this off. The fuel rail should come off with it as well, and then we're going to be able to get to that starter. Alright guys, so we do have the starter out. It was in that location. You are actually going to need two bolts that's going to go inside it, if it would. Yep. So these are going to be E14s that you're going to need to be able to take these out, and there's two of them. So you have one right here, and then you have one right on the other side, and there's going to be a guide which should be right there. The guide goes through there, so if you see like there's a stud or something there, and you're just like, man, where is this bolt head? It's literally just a stud right there that's going inside there. So yeah, so we're going to try to get this thing in, try to start it up today, and well, technically it depends on if this garage closes or not, but we're going to get as much as we can done tonight, and then see if we can start this thing out. We are going to have to drain the fuel though, because that fuel has been legit sitting for like probably like how many years now, so it stinks. It literally stinks. So we're gonna clean off all this area here. We vacuumed out this whole area because it was kind of gross and disgusting, but it's actually pretty clean for the mileage that it has on it and how long it's been sitting. So we're just gonna clean these ports up and then put everything back together. First, we're gonna put that starter right back in. Alright, so let's try this now. I actually put some lube on it as well. Hopefully this will work. Going in. It's pretty damn close to it as well. So I'm gonna see if I can try to put the bolts in. See if they'll pull it right inside. Alright guys, so the best tool to use is a angle wrench, which I have here, and of course the E14. You might scratch up the, if it's not already, you might scratch up the firewall, which is fine. It is a very tight space. So what I'm going to do is tighten this side up, and I'm going to go on the other side, tighten that up so that the mating surfaces pretty much are flush and it's even. So, alright, and then on to the next one. Alright guys, so I came back home. They had to close up shop, but they didn't close up shop without helping me figuring out the issue and what was going on with the car. So we did, as you see, we did put the starter in, but the starter was still not letting the car crank. So we're like, okay, starter works, all the other connections were working fine, what's going on? So our next step was checking the pump out to see if the pump was not getting any continuity. It was, but it wasn't at the same time. So we were very confused on what was going on. There was wires everywhere, blah, blah, blah. So the issue was the individual who had the car before us, so many years beyond, I guess was messing with the connectors. There was electrical tape everywhere. There's just everywhere on that pump connector, the male connector that goes into the female connector. There was electrical tape everywhere. So we took that off and then realized that the connector wasn't actually in its proper slot. So we're like, okay, that's why nothing was reading to it. So what we did was we took off that little plastic piece that was on there. We took that out, chucked it out, and then we put that male piece into the female connector piece. And then sure enough, we have complete continuity all the way throughout the system. So when we did all of that, car still did not start, crank at all. So we're like, okay, let's go all the way back step by step and figure out what else what else. Sorry, I'm stuttering. I apologize. I stutter sometimes. Oh man, I'm stuttering. Anyways, we backed it up and we're like, okay, what about the module itself? Is it getting power? Are we getting power to it? Is it conducting power? So we realized that it was only producing 38 kiloohms, and it's supposed to be within a range of 50 to 70. So okay, that has to be the issue. We checked everything else. Everything is getting power. Everything's getting the right amount of amperage, right amount of voltage. So that has to be the only reason why this car is not starting, why the computer, the DME is not communicating to the SMG, why the SMG is not letting the car start, why all this in the starter and all, it has to deal with the module itself. And that module is the GS30. I'm about to order that right now as soon as I get inside the house, and hopefully it's there. Hopefully it gets here by Thursday. Hopefully, I am hoping. So yeah, that is the major issue. But don't forget, the key was a key issue, no pun intended. The starter was shot. It was not working at all. And I guess the module, that connector piece that wasn't plugged in all the way was giving a short towards the module itself. So that probably is the reason why the module was shot as well. Yeah, so good thing that we got the key's working. We have a new starter, that's great. So the car should start up no issue, as they tested in. I couldn't show it because they didn't want me to show it. They were just kind of really stressed and they didn't really want me to film, so that's why I didn't film that piece. So again, like I said, I'm grateful for them to help me out on this one. SMGs are not my territory, so I'm learning as I go on, so that's why I'm definitely having or not having, definitely appreciating their help at Tina's Butt Garage. They've been amazing, very patient. They're just great, honest and great people. I definitely appreciate you guys. You know who you are. You know who you are. You are great, and I hope you know that. All of you. Even the viewers, all of you. But anyways, I'm going to close off on that. So stay safe out there. It's hard times, but keep positive. Stay healthy. Wash yourself, because I can smell you through this camera. I can. And it stink. Nasty. Anyways, that. Boost your immune system. And, yeah, just be awesome, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Somewhere around there, you know, down there, and there's a bell. Hit that. This SMG project is gonna get on the road, but it doesn't just start. It doesn't just stop there. There's some other things, but stay awesome, be great. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you for watching, and we out. Yeah.
To już jest, mamy jednak musimy sprawdzić, gdzie jest ten control unit, czy to jest ten control unit, co jest, wiesz, nawet nie wiem gdzie to jest, to będziemy wiedzieć.
Ten będzie tu.
Widzisz, czy to jest ten unit jest tu, czyli musimy sprawdzić tego, gdzie jest ten fuse, to jest raz.
Tu.